Tyvis, I want to start with you on this one because G kind of gave us his initial SGA thoughts, and Bull said he doesn't necessarily have seen the Thunder closely enough to have a great feel on this. But Donovan versus SGA, Tyvis, the two best shooting guards in the league this year. They will both 100% be starters in the All-Star game. How do you compare those two when you look at their games? Do you have one slightly ahead of the other? Do you have them on the exact same tier? How do you look at that individual matchup between the two best players on the court come Wednesday?
That's obviously I say SGA is like a top 3 player in the NBA right now, but I don't think Donovan's like that far behind him. I mean, SGA, like I say, he's really good in the mid-range, and like I say, this year he's took a step back and he's hit them trays that's made him even better as a shooter. I think he's a really good finisher as well, but I do like Donovan's ability to finish at the cup more than I like SGA. He's so filthy. Look, I don't know how you disrespect this man like that. He is filthy. I think Donovan is obviously a better shooter. I like Donovan's heat check a lot more because Donovan, when he feeling it, he just be pulling threes. He'll pull like 5 of them in a row and hit them. So I like his heat check better. But outside of that, I like SGA's game. Outside of those two things I just said, I like SGA's game over Donovan's in every capacity. Well, maybe not as a playmaker. Maybe as a playmaker, I think Donovan may be a little bit better. Maybe not. Maybe not, because he gets 6 assists. He gets 4. Listen, you pulling straws, man. Both of them is really good, but it's going to be a really good matchup. SGA should win MVP this year, even though the Joker doing his thing, and Giannis is – I can't believe I just said that. I just gave it over to somebody over Giannis. Yep. But SGA is balling this year, and are they going to check each other?
No. SGA will most likely guard Dean Wade tomorrow.
Well, that means Dean Wade's supposed to.
Wait a minute. I don't like that. Why he turning it down?
The way the Thunder.
Nah, he turning it down, Mikey. He's supposed to guard.
Lou Dort gets the toughest assignment every game. That's what they do. And they got Case and Wallace who starts on the point guard.
He could at least guard.
They start Case and Wallace for that exact reason. They put SGA, and by the way, SGA is going to make all first team defense this year. It's not like he's not a capable defender.
He turning it down.
I mean, he's better than Donovan. Well, let's be realistic about it.
It's not, but Donovan not that far behind him.
Yeah, but Donovan's not a particularly good defender.
He can be when he wants.
He's 6'1".
But you just said he's gonna be first team all defense.
I didn't say he's as good as SGA. I just said he can be if he wants. Yeah.
Donovan is not that far behind SGA.
Give me Donovan Mitchell.
You need to stop.
Give me Donovan Mitchell, bro. That might be glazing.
Mike, how much do you take into account player efficiency ratings? Like, is that a big one?
I mean, historically speaking,
yeah.
Jokic, LeBron, Steph, the best players in the league, rank very highly in that number, yes.
Because for whatever it's worth, and you could throw it away if you want, SGA is second in player efficiency ratings. Donovan Mitchell's 33rd.
Part of that's the minutes.
Listen,
I
just see Donovan Mitchell averaged almost 29 points while he been here. Don't act like if Donovan Mitchell didn't want to get 30, he couldn't get 30.
Donovan takeover is ridiculous. I mean, what he did in the playoffs last year in that first round was ridiculous.
I'm rolling with Mitchell. I'm
rolling with SGA. I'm sorry.
I'm rolling with the home squad.
I'm taking the Cavs to win, but SGA.
I'm rolling with
if
Donovan
SGA get
Mitchell.
less than 31 points, I'd be shocked.
That's cool. In that L, they're going to take. Listen.
That's fine.
Hey.
The question is, who is the number one shooting guard in the NBA? SGA.
I'm going with Donovan Mitchell. First of all, why y'all trying to take him out? He's actually a point guard.
Who?
SGA's a point guard. Why
don't you?
See?
Is he a point guard?
Yes, he's a point guard. And they don't want to do that because they want to move him to the 2 guard because they know where the 2 guards out here. Let's move him to the 2. Now, listen, you put him against Luka, and then all of a sudden, I don't know who's going to take him.
Yeah. I don't know. Soft. We know that.
Think about that. Think about it. Like, they just moved this man's whole position because there's like 97 elite point guards, and he gets lost in the soup. Now, look, you move to the shooting guard, he's automatically top 3.
I mean, SGA, right? He's the favorite to win MVP this season, so let's not pretend like.
I mean, Jokic should win MVP again.
I'm just saying, regardless of position,
Giannis
he's
should
in
win
that
MVP.
conversation. Top 2, 3.
Here's the crazy part about it is, man. This is where it comes to that bias.
Yeah.
If the Cavs win 70 games, Why is not Donovan Mitchell on that list?
He will be.
What you talking about?
We ain't heard nothing about it. We ain't heard nothing about no.
I mean,
we can't even get 3 All-Stars.
Donovan,
Well, we don't know that.
We lobbying for it. But my thing is,
how many All-Stars is the Thunder getting?
2 if they're lucky.
I mean,
how many points
only got 1 less win.
How many
And they only
points
got
is
2.
Donovan averaging this year?
23.
See, that's what I'm saying. It ain't a lie.
But what I'm saying, though, listen, the year that Derrick Rose, they gave him an MVP, he was getting like 21 points.
Was he?
He wasn't smoking nobody like
Is that true?
Like, let's get to that Derrick Rose MVP.
There's no
year.
way that's true.
Can we get
He
to
was
it?
averaging like, he had to be like
Derrick
28.
Rose, his MVP season averaged 25 points, 7.7 assists.
Light.
What do you mean that's light?
That's light.
That
People
is
get-
light. I agree. Gee, that's
25 is light.
Man,
Like,
it's
the
more.
MVP
It was
voting-
more so what he was doing.
The MVP voting.
like, I was about to say,
Here's all let me sum up the MVP.
you had to
voting for you.
watch him.
Let me sum up the MVP.
Go
voting
ahead,
for you.
talk.
Steve Nash has more MVPs than Kobe
That's
Bryant.
wild.
The end of conversation. It's a ridiculous award. It's all much like with Coach of the Year to some degree, which I talk about all the time. It's all about narratives. And it's all about why isn't Jokic going to win this year? He's still the best player in basketball. He's
Second.
maybe having his best season.
Second.
But it's time for somebody else.
It's time for somebody else.
Yeah.
And so my thing is, if the Cavs got the crazy record, and if they beat what's the name, OKC head to head, why is not it goes to the best player on the best team that hasn't won it ever, and then they usually just give it to you, bro.
Let's see where
That's sad.
I want to see where Donovan is in the MVP
Not even on the
13.
list.
in the odds. Is he 13?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
In the latest NBA.com MVP ladder,
Oh, that's lame.
they had Donovan Mitchell at number 8.
Look, he's creeping up.
And for the record, they had Jokic number 1.
Who's second?
SGA,
Who's third?
your boy.
Your boy.
They had Wemby 5th.
List is flawed.
So listen, I want to come off as I'm killing SGA. He's a good ball player. I like him.
You need to stop.
I like him. But if you're gonna ask me, like, do I see SGA as just getting into the playoffs and just eliminating top teams? Like SGA went crazy. No, I don't see that.
He's got to prove it, but so does Donovan
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
Yeah. What? What? He got you with that one. Pause, D.
Listen, Donovan, I told you before, Donovan got to get it done. But here's the reality of the
Yeah.
situation. We not even really counting on Donovan like that. Like, Darius Garland having
They're
a
asked to do very different things.
Very different.
They
SGA,
are.
SGA is asked
carry.
to carry the Thunder
Carry.
offense.
That's a fact.
Donovan is not asked to carry Cleveland's
Right.
offense.
He
And
did.
that's part
He
of the
did
reason-
last year.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's part of the reason when you look at the side-by-sides this year,
Right.
the numbers aren't nearly aren't as similar as we've seen in the past.
Right.
And that's-
Donovan being asked
So
to-
wouldn't that make SGA more valuable?
Well, forget MVP. You'd lean towards SGA because he's a better defender. Even if you say they're neck and neck offensively,
he's bigger. He's longer.
If he got to carry a whole team's offense by himself,
Yeah.
that's very valuable.
By the way, the Cavs, I'm looking at the odds to win the championship. And the Cavs, as recently as like 3-4 weeks ago, were still like the 8th choice in the NBA. They're
I
now
got him at
tied
16
for
to
3rd.
1.
What's that?
What's the odds now, though? I got him at 16 to 1.
So I got what I'm looking at here.
No, I mean, I bet them at 16
I know you
That's what they
did.
currently-
So they're essentially 10 to 1 because it's plus 1,000.
There
So
you go.
the Celtics are the favorites, the Thunder second, and then the Cavs and Knicks tied for 3rd.
My question to so let me ask a question.
Yeah.
I got him at 16.
Why when you look at the rosters and why when you look at the record, why do you think people believe that OKC has a better chance than the Cavs of winning?
Because the Cavs have to get by the Celtics. And
Yes.
the
Okay.
That is a
Thunder
big one.
don't have a team that they have to
that.
get by like the Celtics.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
I
reasons.
like
The
that.
other is that Chet Holmgren hasn't played in 2 months.
That's true. If in theory you put the Cavs, let's say the teams were exactly the same, but the Cavs were in the West,
The Cavs
and the
would have
Thunder
the
were in the
Thunder
East.
odds.
The Cavs would be
Yeah,
the second
exactly.
favorite behind Boston.
We're gonna move on in a sec, but Bull, you said you haven't watched a ton of SGA in your career.
No.
Right? I just want let's box this. We have a minute and 30 of SGA buckets I put together.
Yeah.
I just want you to give us some live
I mean,
commentary.
I've seen him a little. It's not like I've never
these
seen
are
him,
some
but
some
not
buckets
enough.
from the last. These are all from the last week from SGA.
Filthy.
So, Steve, you can play this, and Bull, I just want to hear your commentary on
him
what you see from
filthy.
SGA.
Oh, he did him filthy.
Now look at this one.
That's a nice move.
He
How
did.
tall is he?
6'6".
6'4", 6'5".
That's it? He looks
He's,
taller than
he's
that.
listed. He has long arms. He's listed at 6'6". 6'6".
Clip.
Bull, your mic's hot. Please give us commentary as you're watching this.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you wanted me to comment. I mean, it's pretty damn impressive. He seems taller. Is his wingspan particularly big?
Very, very long, yes.
Yeah,
And he has a herky-jerky style. He does
Yeah.
a ton of hesitations. He's kind of wonky, which makes him really tough to guard individually.
right.
He's not super explosive as an athlete. Donovan's definitely more explosive. But he just gets to his spots, and he can rise over people
Look how
in
he
ways.
walks.
He's
walking.
awkward, but he uses it to his
He
advantage.
plays with a ton of confidence. You can tell by the way he shoots the ball.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He plays with an incredible amount of confidence, and he's gotten a little stronger and bigger than he was, right? I mean, he looks a little more put together. I feel like in the past, he looked, not that I've seen him enough, but I feel like he looked kind of skinny, and he's still
That's such a
skinny.
tough
But
finish. With his left hand.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty damn impressive. I can't wait to watch it. I'm so excited.
I don't know why G acted like this. I really don't. Like,
Because
you out of your mind.
I feel like you're making it seem that by crediting the other team, we're somehow dismissing the
It's
Cavs.
fine.
No.
I don't see it that way.
I'm not hating on him. I think it's a preference thing. So like SGA, like he plays this style where I hate when NBA players say this. They just be like, look how under control he plays. He's just getting to his spots. What is that? What you mean get to his spots?
He know where he can shoot from, and he gonna get there and shoot it.
You know, he just look at him. He just plays at his own pace, but he
Yeah.
has a good change.
That's
of
how
pace and direction.
Luka like that.
And you know he's a guy that can finish around the rim. I like you finish around the rim right hand, left hand. Here's my problem. He plays when you saw that game right there. That was a lot of ISO Joe. That's a lot of ISO ball, a lot of dribbling, 3, 4, 5 dribbles, step backs.
He averages 6 assists.
I get it, but guess what? I've seen the guys do that at a higher level. I done seen LeBron and Kyrie do that. That's very hard to sustain.
Not
in the
averaging
playoffs.
31.
I've seen LeBron do it for 35.
Not Kyrie.
In the playoffs.
But I'm saying, when you get in the playoffs and you got people looking at you, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
All right, I got 2 dudes on you. You have to get this ball up.
He averaged 6 assists.
No.
But wait,
Williams
but
is going to have to get me for 30.
To be fair to G, you're saying 6 assists as if that's 10. I mean,
That's
6
6.
is not a huge number.
That's
And he has the ball a ton.
He dishing
Yeah.
the rock.
so
Are they more of an isolation team?
No, they're number 2 in the NBA in drives. The Cavs are number 4. They play.
Okay, so they do
just
move
don't
the
shoot as
ball.
many threes. They're more of a slash cut,
Yeah.
hit a cutter, slash cut. Okay, defense is rotating. I'm going to attack
Yeah.
the closeout and attack.
Speaking of which, Mike, sidebar, because you mentioned him before and I called him soft before, which may be unfair,
Yes.
probably is unfair. Anthony Edwards doesn't go to the basket anymore, right?
He's shooting more threes without Cat on the court.
Yeah.
Teams are essentially just running doubles at him, and he's settling for more jump shots than he should. But the Thunder, not the Thunder, the Timberwolves are just a disaster offensively this year. They have no spacing. Like, losing Cat, they thought they could make up with it with some
Yeah.
other guys. Completely.
Now the Knicks are finding their rhythm after an early bad start.
and so when I look at
Yeah.
the matchups, Tybus, you look at it, and
Talking about the Thunder. Cavs?
yeah, well, with the Thunder in general, like when you look at the Western Conference, when you play a team like Dallas, and Dallas ain't even super nice like
Dallas
that.
hurt right now.
They hurt, but Dallas, if they're healthy, they give them a boatload of problems because they got 2 dudes that can do that. Like they got Kyrie
That's
and
true.
Luka do it.
That's true.
So if I'm
You
playing,
act like they don't play defense.
they do, but that don't be mattering.
They got to prove. Listen,
I don't
No,
be-
real quick.
Yeah.
In the playoff series, and then we're moving on to the next topic in a sec, but in the playoff series when they lost to Dallas last year, just like when the Cavs lost to the Knicks 2 years ago, the defense was fine. They just couldn't score. Defense did a pretty,
Right.
You can only slow down Luka and Kyrie so much.
yeah.
They just couldn't score enough.
Yeah.
This year, their offensive numbers are up. The same question, will it translate to the playoffs?
Right.
Still has to be answered.
Will they have
but-
Chet Holmgren back for the playoffs? Or
Yeah, he should be back in about a month. Should be
Okay.
back in about a month.